Welcome back to my Let's Play for Khemia 2, and I suppose it's time to take our next class. Yeah, unfortunately I had to take a B in the combat class because they require you to take this one. It talks to you about how you get extra bonuses from getting a 100% ether effect on your item. So yeah, it's kind of annoying, since I would have preferred not to be forced to take a class like this. You know, I guess they would have had to either take out the end of the year exam or whatever we were doing, term, whatever, and then only have the combat class and this one in there, and then maybe a third option if you screw them both up. Though they're pretty simple classes, so I'm not sure how you'd really do that unless you were trying. But I have to admit, this guy reminds me of Klain somewhat. I mean, yeah, I know his jacket's a bit patchy, but it's got the same general green color outline as his cape and stuff like that. Especially the patch, it's got the right kind of green, but yeah, then there's the orange hair and the glasses. I mean, it's not exact, but I have to wonder if it's maybe meant to be a throwback, perhaps. Maybe. But at any rate, my name is Zaka. I'll be teaching the pharmacy classes for the next year. Nice to meet you all. I'm usually at the infirmary doing my thing, but sometimes I teach too. And you don't want to know about my thing, man. It's crazy. Yeah, you don't want to know. Seriously. It's very kinky. The kind of kink you're best off not knowing about. But anyway, today's class is on ether levels. I know, I usually represent them as a percentage, considering, you know, they go anywhere from 0 to 100, so I'm always thinking of percentages for some reason. Like, they represent a quality level or something rather than, you know, a vague ether level. Depending on the ether level, two of the same items can have totally different effects. He's not wrong. Though they get certain effects you want, sometimes you have to have lower quality items, unfortunately. Says you make a cake. A cake with a 100 ether level will be sweet and tasty. But a cake with a 0 ether level could be spicy. Like Spicy McChicken. I see. So the reason why Ulrika's cake tastes so bad is because of its ether level? So, you put poison in your cakes? Honestly, I'm not sure which is worse. A crappy cake that isn't sweet and tasty, or one filled with poison that might taste good. I mean, one's a waste of your time considering it's going to taste awful, and the other one's a waste of your time because it'll kill you. Okay, quiet down over there. Either level is very important to learn about. It affects the taste of food and materials. If it were a sword, the weight or sharpness could change. Basically, the ether level characterizes the item. Yes, that's pretty much right. Well, I could go on about this, but I think I'll have you experience it firsthand. Today's assignment is to make a flame with a 100 ether level. I think the recipe can be purchased at the student store. Bye-bye. So yeah, we're gonna have to go to the store and buy our recipe. That was a normal class. Well, fairly normal, except when I mentioned his thing. Yeah, that was pretty unordinary, you know? Yeah, and you were actually listening. I didn't think you were capable of that. You're making it sound like I never listen. Isn't that true, though? You dragged here despite my protests. And not to mention how much you never listen to Mr. Fairy. Well... who cares? Let's go work on the assignment. To the workshop! After we buy the recipe at the student store. Because there's no point in going back to the workshop, you know, if we can't make the item. Unless you want to get hit with tutorials, but I'd rather do that after I bought the stuff I needed, you know? So let's hit up the student store. We're gonna have to buy ourselves a recipe, which will unlock some more recipes for us for later. Now let's see. don't really need to buy a lot right now, though. Yeah, this opens up quite a few items, which is nice. Okay, now to head to the workshop, so we can get hit with the tutorial, if I want to be. I might go through it. There are some changes to the alchemy system in this game. I went through it previously, but I didn't like the initial recording. Decided just to throw the entire thing away and start over. I was working on it yesterday, actually, after I got out from like a 5-hour nap. I don't think you can call it a nap at that point. Well, how do you change the ether level? By changing who you co-op with. Of course, I never used the really advanced stuff with co-op just yet. I wasn't asking you anyway. You don't know anything useful, Mr. Fairy. You're just here to hit things. Yep, hit the nail on the head right there. Yeah, we'll hit it up. Yep, you can create entirely different effects, brand new items, depending on your ingredients. First, you gotta look at the range of ether level for the ether effect. Changes based on the change level of ingredients and how the spears are matched. Yeah, oh, the elemental spears, yeah. So items above 55 will get a plus if you match, and the ones that are below 50, I'm sorry, it's 50 is the cutoff. Below 50 will give you minuses unless you go with the opposite element, which is kind of weird, I have to admit. So yeah, 49 and lower, you know, you get minus effects unless you go opposite element, which admittedly, like I said, is a bit weird, because in the previous game you didn't have to worry about that. As long as you matched up the elements correctly, you'd always get a plus of the same amount. Of course, once you know how this works, it's much easier to pump up an item. And then you pick a helping member, and their method of help will, you know, be displayed. I have to admit, it's a bit hard to read from my angle to the TV, considering how small the text is in this game. For the most part, I wish it was bigger and a lot easier to read. I especially hate watching footage from this game because you can't read any of the text, so unless I comment on it, there's nothing for the viewer to really be able to go off of. Ugh. But yeah, you can still press square to pull up special effects. Okay. It's time to make a flame, though. Oh, don't worry. We can figure out when we experience it, right? Even someone as simple as you can do that much, right? Now, let's see. There's the flame. Okay, we'll go with that. We have to make more necrocloths later, I suppose. As well as, get some more beehives. Go with pepperoni. Okay. Yeah. Now I'll get one on the beehive. Perfect. Assignment done. Flawless victory. Okay, now. I don't know if yours are that great. I mean, honestly, it's a flame. That's the easiest of items to get like 100 on. That's why the game gives it to you first. It's the other stuff that's hard to get 100 on. Let's just go see the teacher and get our grades. Of course, he can't even fit all our A's onto our book, but that's besides the point, I suppose. Let's just hand it over. Yep. Here it is, alright. So we get 5 more stamps, we only got 2 spots left. Well, that was simple. Why should he? Seriously, why should he congratulate you for doing something easy? It's not like it was a challenge. Ah, threatening to lower our grades, huh? Can't blame you. You might get her to shut up at least, right? Yeah, let's just go. Seriously. Yeah, now we got a item with 100 ether level. We actually can unlock the 3rd slot in our grow book for that item, which means we can actually up our character stats even more if we perfect even more synthesis. The trick is getting the ingredients we need for that, or the characters we need to the match combinations to push the level up even higher. That's the tricky part, I suppose. Oh, now he congratulates us with a good job, and a pat on the back. At least I hope it was on the back. You never know with characters in games like this. Huh. Of course, now they have to tell us about free time. Well, the assignment is over, but now I'm so bored. Oh, well, I can just hang out with Oreo every day now. That's gonna piss me off. So don't. If you're that bored, then why don't you get a job? A job? Yeah, I heard you can accept jobs at student affairs, but only during your free time. They don't like you slacking off in this school. You can earn money that way. Isn't that perfect for you, considering how simple you are? Plus, it can help you pay off your debt. I'm sure you got a lot of it. I see. A job, huh? It might be a good idea. Wait, miss. Free time is your chance to play with me, too. Why do I have to play with you? And who would want to? Well, you look so disgusted by the idea. But you're always busy and you never play with me. I want you to play with me sometimes. And not in that kind of way. Jeez. Stop running around with your huge body. You're going to destroy the workshop. I know, I should try giving her a southern accent, but I don't know. I think it'd be stereotyping too hard if I started doing it. Probably. But yeah, you can go up to that thing and pick characters to interact with, but sometimes you're locked based on what characters you can interact with, based on how far you are in the story. But I think we're going to stop here. Next time we can take care of the jobs. I imagine it'll be relatively quick for the most part, because I doubt they're too complicated. Until next time then, see ya!